and welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading, but for those of you who are new to the circle, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every single day, and if you're looking for daily short tarot readings, check out my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. If you're looking for personal services or personal readings, I offer them through my website, innercircleguidance.com. Let's find out what the circle needs to know today. We have the World, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Nine of Cups, the Hermit, and the Two of Cups, with the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Okay. I'm seeing that some of you are in the middle of stepping into a new chapter, whereas others of you have just achieved something that you've been wanting to achieve for a long time. And what I'm seeing here is that there's a truth that came rushing in where you're in this period of having to redefine certain aspects of what your Ten of Pentacles is and what it looks like. Or you're questioning if you need to redefine it. And I'm seeing that that's the case regardless of whether you're in the stage of having just accomplished something that you've been wanting to accomplish for a long time, or in the state of stepping into this new chapter of your life. And the universe is asking you to get very clear, because the universe is backing what you desire at this time, and you are in alignment with your higher self. But I'm seeing that even though you've achieved some things that maybe are larger milestones for you, you still feel sort of unfulfilled, or sort of like things are good, but maybe there's something missing, or maybe there's something that's still not quite, like it's almost like you didn't quite get the reaction you were looking for. And I'm seeing with the Hermit that you are feeling maybe a little bit overwhelmed at this time, and you're wanting some alone time. Now, the Hermit can come as a couple different things. The first one could be that you're being asked to go inward and go on a journey of self-discovery and self-understanding and spiritual awakening. For others of you, I'm seeing that you need some alone time because there's too many stimuli coming in. There's too many opinions from other people, and you're needing to sort of get back to your roots in the sense of you need to get back to kind of decluttering your mind, taking some time for meditation or journaling, and kind of dissecting the different thoughts and feelings that you have on these different situations. And for others of you, I'm seeing that you really just need some alone time, and you're feeling overwhelmed because there's so many things going on that you haven't really taken any time to either relax or recoup or rest, or just simply like have some time for self-care. And so you may fall into any of those categories. And what I'm seeing is with the Two of Cups, for some of you, this could be a reunion with somebody or an apology coming in. For others, this could be coming into a balance between your masculine and feminine energies, so your logical and your emotional side. And I'm hearing that you may be struggling in either your rationalization, or you may be struggling in the areas of your emotions. And there may be an imbalance between those two areas that you're being asked to focus on that's going to help you with defining these different Ten of Pentacles areas. So let's just get a couple more cards here. I just heard for some of you, your rationalization's getting in the way. You may be rationalizing bad behavior, or rationalizing your manifestations to a point where you're not open to things presenting themselves differently than the way you have decided to perceive them, or you're not open for better because you think that the expectations you have are already unrealistic in some sort of way. And I'm hearing that this may have to do with your self-worth. You may feel unworthy, or not good enough, or not smart enough, or successful enough, or whatever it is to achieve your Ten of Pentacles. But that's actually not the case. That's your fear speaking, not your truth speaking. I just heard, don't be afraid of your own success. We have the Star, we have the King of Wands, and we have the Nine of Swords. So that's funny because what I had just said about your fear speaking. Some of you are having trouble sleeping right now, and I'm seeing that you're falling into two categories. Some of you are having trouble sleeping and you're feeling anxious and worried because you know that big changes are coming, but you don't know what to expect. And that's putting you out of your comfort zone because you feel out of control. For others of you, I'm hearing that you're allowing your fears, your worries, and your anxieties to make it feel like things are worse off than they are, but you're actually moving forward. And it may not feel that way because you're allowing your emotions and your fears to rule your mind and your decision making. Okay? So that's coming across as a warning to me. Over here, I'm seeing that with the Star, there's going to be more balance coming in. The Star is a lot about balance. The Star is also about wish fulfillment. And so you're being asked to dream big. You're being asked to release these sort of rationalizations that you're having that are preventing your wish fulfillment and your blessings and miracles from coming in. So, and this is going to present itself differently to all of you, but I'm hearing for some of you, it's simple things. Like, for example, if you are in a lot of debt and your goal this year is to pay off your debt, you may be thinking, oh, but I'm in so much debt. I'm not making enough money right now. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that. You are rationalizing your blessings and miracles away. Don't do that. Remember that blessings and miracles can happen every day. They often happen in the small things that at the time seem insignificant. And if you are worrying more about how things can't work out instead of how they can, or if you're like, oh, I don't have enough time to figure this out, I don't have enough money, I don't have enough this or that, you're focusing on that lack. Try to avoid that mindset, because when you start thinking you're stuck is when you start attracting that type of energy into your life. Instead of looking for obstacles, look for solutions. Instead of looking for ways things can't work out, be optimistic. And I'm hearing too that if you have been looking up at the stars and wishing for things, you have major wish fulfillment coming. The World is a huge card for that. So the fact that you have the World and you have the Star and the Ten of Pentacles, I mean, that's a huge energy right there alone. And so you are on the right path. Your prayers are being answered. Some of them may just be taking a little bit more time to cook in the oven than some of these other smaller things. The other thing that I'm hearing is that you're being divinely guided. So if you've been asking for help or clarity, or you've been asking for direction or instructions, they are going to be provided to you in divine timing, and that is on its way to you. With the King of Wands is somebody who's very fiery. It's somebody who has mastered their passion in a way where they're going after more consistent things that they love to do. They aren't, I guess, like going for instant gratifications. They're more in the long-term stuff. The King of Wands is somebody who allows their passion to drive them, is very adaptable, but doesn't lose consistency. So like with the Queen of Wands often is somebody who changes direction a lot. That isn't always a bad thing, but sometimes it can be if the consistency is lost. The King of Wands doesn't have that problem. The King of Wands is somebody who stays laser focused on their goals, but is able to adapt in the right ways as things come along. You're being asked to either lean more into this energy of the King of Wands, or you're being told that you're stepping into that. And the King of Wands is somebody who they let their curiosity and their passion lead them. They don't settle for anything less. They don't settle for the things that set them on fire and then burn them out quickly. They more go after the things that are going to keep that torch lit. The King of Wands is very action oriented. They're very much highly respected, very creative. You may, if you're a creative person, want to be relying more on your creative abilities at this time. You may be wanting to focus on being creative. For those of you who are not creative, you are being told that you may need to use and lean into your creative abilities to solve problems, your creative abilities to step out of your comfort zone. And you might be thinking, well, Blake, you just said, like, if I'm not a creative person, like, how does that work? You need to start thinking a little bit more outside the box and stop trying to fit yourself into a box where you're like trying to fit like a square peg into a round hole. For some of you, I'm hearing that you are boxing yourself in and boxing your manifestations and your wishes in to this sort of box where you're doing it out of your logic, out of your fears, out of your worries, and you're sticking yourself in this location because you think it's going to make you more successful, and you're using your rationalization to do that. That's not benefiting you. You need to step into more of being creative. Be willing to stand out. Be willing to be different, because those things are your strengths, not your weaknesses, and you've been going about it the wrong way. If you want to reach your 10 of Pentacles, remember your 10 of Pentacles is happiness and fulfillment in all areas of your life. That also means that you have to be authentic in all areas of your life. So that being said, if you are not embracing the things about you that make you stand out and make you different, then you're not living in this 10 of Pentacles energy, and you're not attracting all that into your life because you're still putting up that barrier. Break the barrier down. Be willing to be different. Remember that you are not the person that you were before. So some of these concerns over being judged or being viewed a certain way or whatever are not going to be as prevalent to you as they were in your past. So break away from that. Be willing to step out. Be willing to go after the things that you want, because the universe is telling you right now, you have the ability to achieve all your dreams, all your even wildest ones. You wouldn't have them if you weren't able to achieve them. But you've got to believe that it's possible. And in the words of Audrey Hepburn says that she believes that anything is possible because the word impossible literally says, I'm possible. So think about that for a little bit. Start thinking about and maybe writing down the areas that you think are impossible. And then I want you to debunk that. And I want you to argue with yourself. Figure out where that's coming from. Is it because you feel unworthy? Is it because you're afraid of stepping out of your comfort zone? Is it because you believe that miracles don't happen every day? And a good way to tell where you're having issues with this is when you're writing affirmations, the ones that don't come easily to you to write in the present tense as if you already have them, are usually the areas you're struggling in. So that'll give you a little bit of a hint. So if you're saying, let's say you're trying to write, I am maintaining financial freedom, but you keep writing, I will obtain financial freedom, or you're writing it in a way that it's not as if you already have it. Those are the areas where you really need to work on your mindset, because those are the areas that it's not coming naturally to you. And so your affirmations are struggling and your actions are struggling because your mindset's getting in the way. And so this is your affirmation. Your affirmation is, I am detecting where my mindset is getting in the way of my manifestations, and I am correcting it. And as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.